Hello and welcome back to Grim Survival. I have a very bright light in my face. Maybe I should have dimmed that a little bit because it's bright right here. It really is. And I am sitting here. It's about 7 p.m. on the third election night. And I have just been editing video of my Costco trip that I had this morning. And I went to a couple of places. So as of right now at 7 p.m. I can tell you that Trump has won the state of Indiana. Now this video is going to go up the morning of the 4th, and I'm not sure if we will have all of the election results by then, because there are some questions about that, some controversy really about whether or not we're going to have the results the next day or this evening. I'm hoping we will, because I'm really tired of this and I just want it to be over. I really do. So I'm hoping we will know by the end of tonight or by early morning tomorrow. So if where you're seeing this video, you may know more than I do at this particular moment. So yeah, that being said, my flour. I did speak with Alaska Prepper today. I did. And we were discussing flour and whether you should or should not put oxygen absorbers in there. And I put oxygen absorbers in my flour. I put bay leaves also. I opened the 2 buckets that I had and I put oxygen absorbers and bay leaves in there. I really did. So yeah. So that being said, yeah. Alright, I'm going to stop yapping and then get back to yapping because you're going to hear me. I did a voiceover for my trip at Costco. It was rather busy and people were giving me dirty looks. I had a mask on like down here because, yeah, I actually have the mask sitting here. I had this one on. It was this ugly little, it's like a piece of someone's old underwear. Not really, I hope. I hope. Anyway, yeah. I hope. I really do hope. Okay. Anyway, I had the mask on down here and people were giving me really dirty looks in Costco, so I just figured it'd be better to do a voiceover after the fact. And I showed some of my haul. I spent about $300 at Costco today. I really did. Now I'm broke. All right. Here it comes. Alright, I started recording here in the produce section. What you're seeing are apples, obviously. I don't believe I got the price on there. Next, we're moving over some onions, $6 a pound there, or for a bag of those onions. Those were a pretty good price, I thought, for how big the onions were. Potatoes, just, produce. That's what we're seeing here. Pineapples are apparently in stock here. They didn't have a lot of them. You see how many pallets are underneath the empty pallets and the boxes on top, so they are dwindling. Now, avocados and pineapple prices, not too bad, actually. Moving on, I'm in the cold food section. That's my finger in the camera there. This is obviously fruit. We're looking at blueberries, raspberries, and my finger. Fresh cranberries. These are sliced apples and assorted fruit trays there on the side. Costco always has a lot of fresh produce. A lot of it. And in fact, they have a lot. What you're seeing here are salad mixes. And salad mixes are okay. I have them every now and then, but I prefer to make my own. But there's always a lot of produce in my particular Costco. But like I said, I live in the farm belt, so we have more available in my area. A lot of these things you'll see is actually grown in the Midwest. It'll say it on some of the boxes, like the green beans and things like that. Sweet peppers and things like this are obviously grown farther south. There's a Midwest grown right there. It was a butternut squash. Sorry for the shakiness of the video. They kind of frown on you walking through there with a gimbal and, holding up big cameras and things like this through their store. A lot of times I'm actually keeping the camera lower because people are giving me really dirty looks. Just seen corn there. A lot of bananas in stock. Very green bananas. Over here's the bakery, and you're seeing people fresh baked goods back there. The people are baking it right there. There is a lot of bread, and here is the section of the place that I try to avoid. I really want one of those pumpkin pies, but yeah, didn't get it. All right, moving over to the meat. We actually did pick up some of the ground bison while we were there. It was a really good price. And you're seeing a lot of beef here. Beef products vary in price. Those beef there. Now we're moving into fresh ground turkey. My wife has had a taste for shepherd's pie. She makes it with ground turkey or ground chicken most of the time. So yeah, we picked up a pack of that. Here's just a lot of different types of cuts of chicken. Those are the whole chickens that I had got last time I was at Costco, and the price was right around $10 as I thought. And those are whole chicken breasts. Those come in a 6-pack, $2.89 a pound there. So yeah, it was about $25 for a 6-pack of the chicken breasts. These are a lot of different beef sausages and things like that. I've actually been looking for beef bacon for some time now, and I cannot find any in my area, including at Costco, Kroger, or Walmart in my local area. Chicken skewers is what we were looking at there. Thought about getting them, didn't do it. This is a chicken breast meat that was pre-cooked, and that is a chicken pot pie that is about the size of, I don't know, a basketball. Salmon, obviously. Some of the prices are a little higher than other things, like the fish and things like that. Those prices are always higher. But here again, we're looking at it's cooked chicken breast. This is the toilet paper section we are looking at now, and there is none. You've seen the sign, limit 1 per customer. There is not a single roll of toilet paper left in my Costco, so obviously we're back at that. Paper towel, there's still plenty of it, but again, it said limit 1 per customer. The water had no limits. I picked up a couple more cases while I was here. Yeah, there's my wife loading one in. Here, this is me looking for bacon. I believe that's the bacon aisle. One of the freezer sections, obviously. There's a lot of things in the freezer section still in stock here in my local Costco in my local area, including milk. I haven't seen any milk shortages at all in my local area. We do have a lot of dairy farms in my area though, so that being said, here are the eggs, obviously. Fairly good price on eggs, especially if you buy the 5 dozen, which I ended up getting. They were not the brown eggs like I prefer, but it was the cage-free Costco brand there. This is a whole lamb, and I very much wish I could afford to pick up the whole lamb while I was at Costco. I do have room in my freezer, although it's probably a little long for my freezer, so I would have to process it. And look, you can almost see me in the selfie there. I do have a mask on, but it's underneath my chin. The reason for my wearing a mask is because the security at Costco chases you down and makes you put it on if you don't have it on. So I just keep it down under my chin, and my nose and mouth are hanging out. That could be the reason for the dirty looks I'm getting. It might not be because I'm holding the phone. It might just be because I have the mask on. So yeah, maybe. Or not on properly, I guess I should say. I should clarify there. This is a lot of fresh fruit or frozen fruit. Frozen vegetables. Frozen fruit is actually really good for canning because when they freeze it, it's really ripe and it's getting ready to go bad. So if you get your fruit when it's getting ready to go, or you get it frozen, it's getting ready to go bad. That's why they froze it. So that's why we picked up that, and we actually use that for jam. Here we're seeing canned beans. This is black beans. I do have several cases of these. I was looking for the best by date on it, but I didn't see it, and yeah, I didn't really feel like spending that much time. Apple cider vinegar, they sell it by a 6-pack here. Not a bad price for it also, and apple cider vinegar will last quite a very long time. I would guess at least 20 years, and that's a guess. I mean, vinegar itself will last almost indefinitely if I remember correctly. Worcestershire sauce. There's some A1 steak sauce. They sell the big bottles there at Costco. Sardines. I've never had sardines, and it's basically a lot of canned fish, canned salmon, canned mackerel, canned sardines, things like that in that particular area. On the other side, it's all pickles and cucumbers and, you know, things like that. Bone-in chicken broth. and a lot of different beef broths and things like this. I know I'm going by fairly quickly here, and it's hard to see what I'm looking at and see the prices, but this is a lot of noodles. All kinds of different noodles here, including ramen and things like that. On both sides of the aisle, there's a lot of noodles. They don't have any bulk noodles in my particular Costco, unfortunately. So that is, yeah. Here we're moving on to pre-cooked rice and instant rice. On the other side, we have the bulk rice. And you can see some of the prices for some of the, these are all smaller bags of rice is what you're seeing here. We're looking at about 25-pound bags of rice. They only have one brand that comes in a 50-pound bag, and we're going to look at that right here. And that's the 50-pound bags that I typically get. And yeah, as you can see. And the price, $16.49 for 50 pounds of rice, the price has actually gone down by a couple of dollars. Now here, oh yeah, well I guess I skipped it. That's the flour. The flour that I got a minute ago. I was looking at the canned goods there a minute ago, and that's the only bag of powdered sugar they had left for that particular brand. Coconut oil. If you don't know the benefits of coconut oil, I suggest Alaska Preppers videos on that. They did have a lot of canned good there. I actually picked up another case of canned good, cans of peas this time. That was obviously pancake mix. It's hard to keep pancake mix in my house, even for long-term storage, just because of my children. My oldest will grab it and cook it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner if we allow it to happen. These are 5-pound bottles of raw honey, the one I touched there originally. And I went ahead and picked up another 5 pounds of raw honey. I would like to pick up more. Alright, here's my haul. I'm, loading things in. Diapers. Starting with diapers. Diapers are, yeah, a necessity sometimes. Like I said, a couple of cases of water. And there's another 25 pounds of flour. And as I said in the beginning of the video, I did add oxygen absorbers to my flour. I added oxygen absorbers and bay leaves to my flour, if I didn't say that already. We picked up 3 more large jars of pasta sauce. It's actually marinara sauce, but works the same way. My wife makes pasta sauce out of it. And yeah, just a lot of extra stuff there. There's the honey I got, 5 pounds of it. And I'm loading it all into the box in the back of that thing. Meat is what I was after a lot of. My wife got, some chopped onion seasonings. I got some juices and things like that. Milk. I usually don't drink milk, but with the milk shortages, I picked up a couple gallons. You can freeze it, and it will last a long time in the freezer. And yes, that is a case of adult beverages. There are the sweet peas, 8 cans, comes in a case. Alright, this is the end here. That's the gas price at Costco, $1.72 a gallon. I was only able to put about $10 worth of gas in the vehicle because it was fairly full. Now this last clip is the local Kroger. I actually went to the local Kroger after the fact and looked at their milk just to see if there was any shortages there, and as you've seen, there were not. So this last picture we're looking at is actually the inside of my deep freezer. We did throw the flour in there because you're supposed to do it for 3 or 4 days before putting it in a bucket. And as you can see, my deep freezer is not very full. So that is something I'm looking to remedy. Alright, welcome back. If the lighting's different, that's because I dimmed the light that was in my face. It was way too bright for me. It was like bothering me. It really was. So yeah, that was my Costco trip. Toilet paper is out of stock at my local Costco. I did not check the Kroger while I was there. I should have. I spaced it. I really did, because I don't need toilet paper. I really don't. Even if I don't have toilet paper, I have access to things that would I'm not going to go there. My wife works at a place that makes things, so we'll just leave it at that. So yeah, we have access. We have access. We'll just put it that way. So my Costco haul included. I didn't get to show you a lot of the meat. I did show you my case of peas. Peas are okay. They're okay. If you have a lot of rice, peas will be good. Throw your rice in there. If you know how to make fried rice out of your white rice, which is very possible, we've done it. So yeah, and we did pick up some avocados. My wife makes guacamole like you would not believe. I'll see if I can get her to record that video. I'll see. I'll do the voiceover. She really doesn't like doing it. She doesn't like doing the voiceovers for it. So I do have the jam video, but I'm going to have to get her to write me down all the information so I can do the voiceover. She doesn't like doing it, so that's just that. Sorry. Yeah, I hope we know who won by the time you're seeing this video on the 4th, the morning of the 4th. I hope we know. I hope we know. I want to know. I really do. As of right now, I can tell you that he did win my state. Trump won my state. Yeah, the state I live in, Indiana, Trump has won it. And I am going to continue sitting here drinking one of the adult beverages that you've seen in the video. Yeah. Only one, but it's that kind of night. So it's been a very long night. Haven't had enough coffee. Only had one cup. So it was moonrise. I have the French roast, Guatemalan French roast. I have early bird coffee, and I had moonrise coffee. I think it was called moonrise. Moonrise. Yeah, moonrise. And I gotta say, out of all three of them, I'm leaning toward the moonrise being my favorite. I'm leaning toward there. It's really a toss-up between the early bird and the moonrise, but I like both of them better than the French roast, which is odd because I always drink French roast. So yeah, that's good information to have, I guess. I don't think you need that information, but you have it now anyway, so congratulations. You win. So stay tuned. I believe me and Alaska Prepper are going to do a co-op live stream together. I think it is set already. I'm not going to guarantee the date stays set in stone because it's a little ways away, but we're talking next week, 7 days from when you're watching this video. That'll be Wednesday of what's the date? The 11th. I had to look at the calendar. It's behind you. It's behind my camera. So it's Wednesday the 11th. We are planning it for that day at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central, and you guys can figure that out from there. So, all right, this has been James with Grim Survival. I got to thank you guys again for all the support. The donations that have come into my channel really allowed me to make this extra trip to Costco. This was an extra trip to Costco. It really was. And if it wasn't for you guys, I would not be able to do this. So I thank you very much for that. I thank everybody for the support you have given me, given my channel, and to my family. It means so much to me. It really does. I love you guys. I really do. Thank you very much. Thank you. I can't say thank you enough times. I probably could say thank you enough to annoy you, but I probably wouldn't feel that it was enough just by saying it. It really isn't. I mean, I wish there was more I could do for you guys other than show you what I did at Costco today. But stay tuned for more videos. I do have some learning experiences for you coming up. I do. I have things in the works and things planned, and I have to go finish an adult beverage right now, and I forgot what else I was going to say. So I hope you guys, oh yeah, now I remember. If you want to support the channel, all you got to do is hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, but there are links in the description if you want to support it further. Thank you. This is James. This has been Grim Survival. And it still will be pretty grim tomorrow no matter who wins. Alright, see you next time.